Gentlemen, welcome to today's episode of the Nothing But Games podcast. As per the usual, I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm joined by Mike and Marcus.
Matt drank out of my cup.
I did. I did indeed. It was a mistake.
What was it, though?
Shout out to McDonald's Christmas cups. It's fucking lit.
In stores now.
This week's podcast is sponsored by McDonald's.
Fuck yeah, just like last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you notice, we go to McDonald's a lot.
So, Marcus, how's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah.
You guys are all crowded in my house today.
Yeah, we are. Fucking change of pace. I don't have to do any of the work.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing it live as we speak.
Yeah.
See, usually when we do this, I'm like staring into both your eyes, but this week I can't see either of your eyes.
It's okay. I'm staring into Mario's eyes as I play Mario Odyssey.
Nice. Why do one things at once when you can podcast and play Mario at the same time?
Fuck yeah. Wait. Oh, I have a... You know what? Never mind. I can't say it because Mike hasn't fucking played this game yet.
Yeah, I know. There's some really cool shit that
God
happens.
damn. Did you know that it does this? I'm gonna just... Did you know that it makes it pixelated when that...
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Wow.
Shit.
We're all out of the loop here, guys.
We're all in this together.
Really?
So-
High School Musical? Really?
Yeah, man. Just
What are
keep.
you doing, Marcus?
I'm just preparing stuff.
You're just getting it. You're getting
I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting for the host to like get into the stuff, but he's still doing the banter bit.
Yeah. Well, banter, please.
I
got another 3 minutes of the banterness.
To
Okay?
be honest, the banter is the best part of the podcast.
It is.
It's the only reason why people listen.
Exactly. And they turn it off after we start talking to the actual news.
Right?
That's why our retention time is
Speaking of news, there's a whole bunch of it this week. Fucking... Wow.
Paris Games Week,
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of PlayStation news.
of course.
It's funny, just right after I got rid of my PlayStation, too.
You got rid of your PS2?
No, I got rid of my PlayStation 4.
That was good.
To be fair, I don't play it, but I probably will buy another one when it becomes equal value of what I got rid of it for. So, it's fine. It's called...
That makes sense.
it does, though, right? Like, that's usually what I do.
present value and future value.
Exactly.
Yeah, bull market, bear market, you know.
Fucking bare bones. Let's go!
See, Marcus said that like sarcastically, but he's totally right.
I am.
I'm like, if it... Listen, if an item, I can trade it in and it helps me make money and I can buy it in the future for the same amount of money, then it's a win-win. I get the new item and I get the old item. Like, why not, right?
Or like in the office when they have the win-win-win-win.
No matter
Yeah,
what.
that too.
Wow, Marcus.
I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you doing, sir?
I don't know. It's
He's
fine.
listening to some boy talk.
We should
I'm not
honestly-
listening to anything.
We should get microphones like that.
Okay, calm down. Once we can actually like not all be in my bedroom.
Fucking honestly, though.
Wow, I kind of like it in here.
Okay, let's get away from that as soon as
Okay,
possible.
moving on. Yeah.
Matt, bring around
There's a
town.
whole bunch of stuff this week.
Also,
This is a
before
cool
we
one.
move on, I want to say something.
What?
Let's just remember that I won the MPD thing last week,
Mike,
so I tied the series.
Mike, we're tied. Like, chill, fam.
No, but actually one thing I want to say is that Mark just didn't write down. It's about Zelda, of course.
About what? Oh, is it the thing that Reggie said?
No.
Okay.
Well, what,
Oh, are you talking about the new edition?
yeah.
Just a side
It's not important.
Is that
No,
is
but
that
that's why
guacamole?
it's important. It's important because that's when I think the DLC will launch, the 23rd.
Oh,
Because they also have a thing releasing in Japan where you can buy like a download code for the DLC, like a card, a physical card,
Yeah.
and it comes out. Guess what day? November 23rd.
yeah. Reggie still said the DLC's coming this year. We'll see. So I guess we're going to Zelda first. But yeah, this is just like off topic because I think that if it comes out this year, it'll be. You think it'll be that day that new edition comes out with that strategy guide?
Well, it makes sense, right? Why would they?
I
do
would
that
think
day?
if it comes out, it'll be revealed at Game Awards, so like early December, and then launched like either that day or like a week after, if it's still coming this year.
You mentioned this before, and it makes sense.
Because they usually show stuff at the Game Awards. They showed that Zelda trailer last year at the Game Awards.
Yeah, they've done it the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, the gameplay demo that was really random.
Yeah, and really, like it was probably alpha that gameplay because it looked nothing like the real game.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I mean it's possible, yeah, but I think December's a little late for that. Also, I'm just hoping it's near November because
I just think there's too much. Just delay it till next year.
No, don't say that, Marcus.
Yeah, but it makes sense
It's fine.
to come next year.
Exactly.
No, it's November 23rd, but it's a Thursday though, which is random AF. But
So are we getting into the first stuff?
Yeah, let's get into the news.
Okay.
So, Marcus is taking us on a trip this week. There's a lot of news, and he is our PlayStation expert here. So,
what time PlayStation expert?
Mike,
Shut up,
you're an
Mike.
expert at like maybe coming here on time.
right?
Okay, don't insult
You're the
me.
burger making expert. Matt's the burrito making expert. All right. this was pretty much majority of the stuff this week is a lot of release dates, but the main thing was the big thing that happened this week was other than BlizzCon, you had the Paris Games Week for PlayStation. They were really like the only big company that showed up this year and actually put on a conference. They said that they were trying to do that. This was E3 was only half the story. That this would be E3 Part 2 for them, pretty much. In a way, they were kind of right, but it was mainly just everything that we saw already.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah, I was personally just expecting release dates for God of War and everything, and we pretty much only got more narrow release windows. So
they also need stuff for PSX too.
Yeah, I'll just go over everything. If you guys want to talk about something, stop me. So right now, I just have it up. You can see this was only in the pre-show. This is what they announced in the pre-show. They started off with Guacamelee 2. They said it's coming soon-ish. This is soon-ish. Yeah, you'll see right here. Guacamelee 1, I loved it. Didn't you guys both play it?
I started it. I wasn't a huge fan.
I didn't play it.
I loved it so much. It's a Metroidvania and made by Drinkbox. They also did Severed.
PlayStation, right?
It launched on Vita and PS4 first, but it also came to Xbox and Wii U and not 3DS.
I played it on Xbox. I think it was free game.
Yeah. Right now,
I think I have it installed, but I don't remember.
Yeah, you should play it. It's really fun. It's a good Metroidvania. There's a lot of Nintendo references in it too. You'll find Chozo statues from Metroid. I think Majora's Mask is in there somewhere as Mario and Luigi. Made in Toronto, so that's cool. Drinkbox.
You're watching the trailer of the event. I saw the Ontario symbol.
Yeah.
I was gonna make you go back, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
I did see it properly, right? Like the Ontario flower and stuff. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so they're one of the not few. Toronto actually has a lot of developers, but prominent ones. Yes, made in Ontario.
Yeah, I see. Look at that. See the Ontario. You see the Ontario Trillium right there? Yeah. Represent.
Next game, the Hong Kong Massacre. This looks really cool. It kind of looks like Blade Runner mixed with Hotline Miami. I have the trailer right here. You guys can look it up if you want to watch it. But it kind of looks like Hotline Miami, but with a more realistic setting and set in Hong Kong, obviously. Almost like Blade Runner / Sleeping Dogs. Bless you, Matt.
Thank you.
I really want to try this out when it comes. It looks really cool. Next was The Gardens Between. I don't remember what that was. So there's The Gardens Between, Loco Roco 2 Remastered. They're continuing with remastering PSP games in 4K. So if you want that, that's coming December 9th. The Sims 4 coming to PS4 November 17th. And I think Xbox One as well.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge on PC. So now it's finally coming to a console. Tennis.
Didn't the PC, or didn't the console version of The Sims 3 suck?
I'm not sure. It's really hard when you try and port over a PC with something that works so well on PC and trying to move it over to a console format and a controller. It
could be difficult. Yeah, I can see it, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe they'll learn and see the reviews and stuff.
I like the My Sims game on Wii. That was really fun. It was like Baby Sims. There was also Tennis World Tour, which you're seeing right here. Spring 2018. It's weird because we haven't tennis games silently fell out, and now we're finally getting a new one, a more sim version.
Yeah.
Megalith. Then they went into a bunch of VR games. I know none of us have VR, and we're not too hot on VR, but Sony's actually. It seems like they're doubling down on it now because out of E3, they only showed a few updates of some games, but here they kind of went really. They went really all out on it. So just some of the games they have is Megalith coming in 2018 to VR, Bow to Blood in 2018, Ultra Wings says coming soon, Sprint Vector. This looks really cool. Sprint Vector was, it's pretty much like Jet Set Radio. So it's like you're rollerblading, but it's like an endless runner kind of rollerblading game.
Like Sunset Overdrive kind of thing?
Almost.
To give it perspective, you know what I'm saying?
It'll load up here for a second. It's pretty much, it's first person, obviously, because you're in VR. It looks like an endless runner, and you're just spray painting, and you're also just running really fast. Well, it looks like spray painting. I don't know if you really are, but it looks really cool.
It does remind me of Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah. Other than that, Moss, which was the game about that little mouse, they showed off at E3. Comes out in February 2018. Star Child coming soon. The Resident Evil 7 Not a Hero DLC with Chris Redfield. Obviously old Resident Evil character, coming out December 12th, so that's one that you can also play without VR. Dead Hungry, which is out now, and Stifled, which is out now. Those were two spooky games that came out on Halloween, so there you go. League of War VR Arena, it was kind of like an RTS, almost like PvP style game. That's for VR, and also you can just play with a PS4 controller. And then Final Fantasy Monster of the Deep.
Fishing simulator.
Yeah, that fishing game, November 21st. The Final Fantasy 15 episode Ignis is December 13th. I don't know if this was VR or not. It was in the VR section, and it said PlayStation VR on the top, so I'm guessing. But it didn't seem like that much VR was integrated into it. But hey, if you like Final Fantasy, there you go. Invector, VR, and PS4. They also had a game, like an artsy game, kind of like a Journey almost, called Ure. I think it's Ure. It's available now. Yeah, available now. Kind of like Journey almost. And then the one... Yeah, it's right here. And then the one at the end, another big indie, Spelunky 2, which I love. Like Guacamelee, I love Spelunky 1. It's amazing. It's pretty much... It's a roguelike. Did you guys play Spelunky 1?
No.
Yeah, a really big hit on Xbox Live Arcade back in the day. It's a roguelike, so every time you play it, it's differently. And I believe this time you're playing as the main, like, Spelunker's daughter or son.
Oh,
like,
I remember this. Yes,
his child.
Spelunker's daughter?
Yeah.
I don't even know if he has a name, but yeah. You're playing as it's daughter or son, I forget. It looks really cool. They didn't put out a release date, I'm guessing next year. The thing is, they showed Guacamelee 2 and Spelunky 2. I would really want to play these on Switch probably rather than PS4 or even on Vita if they were to bring it to Vita. So we'll see if these actually, because I'm pretty sure they showed these off at the Paris Games Week pre-show, obviously for PlayStation, but I don't know if they have any exclusive deal to like have a release window exclusively on PlayStation for a couple weeks. We'll see. I doubt it, honestly. Maybe for Guacamelee because they did for the first one, but I don't know. Then that was all only in the pre-show. So in the actual main show, they pretty much went. They did what Sony's been doing recently, where at E3 they just go like trailer mania instead of like having people come out, which I like. It gets annoying when people just come out and talk. They opened up with a new trailer for our first party game, Ghost of Tsushima.
This game looked awesome.
Yeah, and it's Sucker Punch's new game, which really surprised me. So obviously, developers of Infamous and Sly Cooper back in the day.
This is it here, right?
Yeah, it's
for those of you who don't know. By the way, we do have the conference on the screen, and we're watching it. It's probably we're gonna maybe put some clips from the from it on the YouTube video as well. Can't put the whole thing because you physically can't. But if you guys want to follow along, it's about an hour in. This game here.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks really cool. Yeah. We don't know exactly what it is yet. I think people were speculating like it's open world, which would make sense if they're just like going off of what Infamous had done. And for it to be from Sucker Punch, who's I believe in Washington, somewhere in Washington, for them to do like a completely like Japanese style game, completely unexpected because you mainly see this kind of stuff from Japanese developers.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I hope this is like a Dark Souls-esque game. I know we got like Neo and Bloodborne and whatnot, but this looks like a very cool concept. It looks very... it's just a game that plays a lot like Dark Souls. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. That's what I can see it playing as, in my opinion. But I don't know. It looks amazing. Like it's definitely something I would love to play.
Yeah, I really want to see another trailer of this. Like, I doubt they'll show anything more of it at PSX, but hopefully next year's E3, because we've been waiting ever since Second Son to find out what Sucker Punch has been doing. Mm-hmm. So after that, they showed off a game called Concrete Genie. This reminded me of a game you would probably see on a PS3. It's more of like an artsy game. Yeah. It looks cool. You're pretty much just a little kid who's going around tagging buildings, and like whatever you spray paint on the side of like on the walls of the buildings come to life for him. So you see in the trailer like he gets like bullied by some other kids, and everything that he's spray painting on these walls is coming to life. It looks cool. Other than that, they showed off... Do you know what PlayLink is? Do you guys know that service, PlayLink?
I do.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Sony's Jackbox style of gameplay where everyone connects like a phone or tablet to the PS4, and they all have like a say of what goes into a game. They did it with that Until Dawn. The Until Dawn developers made... you guys, Hidden Agenda. They put that out a couple weeks ago. They have a game called Erica, which, it's another PlayLink game. This one is really interesting because it's, if I'm thinking of the right one, it's an FMV game, so it's like full motion video, actual like recordings of real people. And from the trailer, it looks like you have people who are on their phones. They're actually just like voting to see what Erica or whoever you're playing as will do. And instead of actually being like Hidden Agenda, where it's all CG, this is looking mainly to be only live action.
Like Quantum Break.
Well, yeah, how they had the TV show.
Yeah.
More of a Night Trap. You guys remember Night Trap on? Then after they showed off Blood and Truth, which is another VR game that they had in here. Blood and Truth looked really cool. It's kind of like a heist style kind of game. And then after they had, these were games that they said, quote, will have unique benefits on PS4. This was pretty much their third-party section. There's Far Cry 5. They just showed off a bit of the multiplayer for that, the co-op multiplayer. Destiny 2, their first expansion, Curse of Osiris.
That's coming out December 5th.
Does that hype you, Matt? You're the only one who plays Destiny.
The game itself, it's very grindy at the moment. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I did hear somewhere that they would have enough content in the base game to keep you playing until like year-end 2017, and then DLC would come out. I'm super surprised that it's also coming out now, considering the month delay from the PC version to the from the console version.
Yeah, because this will probably launch on PS4 first, I'm guessing.
No, it's actually they're all at the same time now. Like, that's coming out at December 5th for everybody, probably around 1 o'clock. Again, because it's on.
He put the time in there too.
Yeah, because it's usually Bungie will release things at around 10 o'clock their time, and since we're 3 hours ahead, right? So, I don't know. That's just speculation of the time and what day and whatnot. But regardless, it looks pretty cool. It's definitely going to be something worth grabbing. Considering it's a very grindy game and adds more to the stuff, or to the game itself. So I mean, I don't know, probably pick it up, continue playing it.
After that, they showed off Monster Hunter World again. They revealed that at E3 this year. I don't really play Monster Hunter, but this actually looks pretty cool.
This looks unreal.
Yeah, for this, excited. They have a Horizon Zero Dawn crossover where you can play. I think it's like you're playing as Aloy.
You're playing as Aloy.
Because it didn't look more like just a costume that they usually have on 3DS versions, Nintendo shit.
You're playing as the character. It's exclusive to PlayStation because this is coming out on the Xbox and PC. But other than that, this game looks awesome.
Yeah, so you get to play as Aloy.
I'm excited because this game comes out in January. I'm excited because Sea of Thieves comes out around the same time, or possibly anyways. This game's coming out. Definitely going to be something I'm picking up. So
there you go. They also showed off Call of Duty World War II. The Resistance DLC comes out January 30th. I don't know if that was single player. I'm doubting it's single player.
Can I just?
Is that the crossover you're talking about right now?
Yeah.
So I thought Destiny was bad. We're recording Sunday, November 5th. The game came out 2 days ago, and they already announced DLC. Like. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Continue.
This was like last week.
This was last week. Sorry, the game didn't even come out yet. Jesus Christ.
Zelda did that too,
I know, it's just I hate that.
They showed off Onrush, which I think this was a brand new game reveal because I never heard of it beforehand. It's by Codemasters, so they make a lot of racing games.
Yes,
it looks cool. It kind of reminded me of Trackmania, which is free now for games with gold. They just said summer 2018. Looks really nice. And then they just showed off a Battlefront 2 trailer. Nothing new with that. They just showed it, reminded it's coming next week, I'm pretty sure. Is it?
Battlefront? The 17th.
Okay, so in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Then they pretty much went into, a full-on rush of the first-party games that we already knew about. They showed off a new Spider-Man trailer, which I thought looked really cool. The only thing that I'm mad because they just didn't, for all the games I'm showing, they didn't put out release dates. Except for one of them, actually, but I'll get into that. For Spider-Man, I just don't think the character models looked all that great in the trailer, but they look all right.
It really it was disappointing, right?
However, it looks phenomenal when Peter Parker's in the suit. But I like this trailer because it focuses more on Peter Parker rather than just Spider-Man. So, and it also revealed that you get to play as Mary Jane. They revealed afterwards. Just says 2018 at the end of it. They had a new Detroit Become Human trailer where they showed off a new playable character, which is Kara. Did you guys watch the Kara demo trailer that Quantic Dream put out years ago before Detroit?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a short CG. It wasn't even for a game. It was just showing off their engine and what they could accomplish. And Kara was an android character that they had in that trailer, and now she's actual playable character in Detroit. Cool. Yeah, and in the trailer, it just pretty much showed this asshole dad treating his daughter poorly, and then Kara was since you're an android, you play as androids in that game. Kara had to make the decision of whether you're gonna save her or stay out of it. For that, they actually said spring 2018. So spring could mean early July. Who knows what they're gonna what that means, or if it even comes out.
When I was watching these trailers, I was actually watching Lyric stream because he streams the trailers and everybody reacts to him more or less. He made a really good point. I hope that everything that they're showing, they're just trailer demos. They're not actual playable things because in a sense you're spoiling it, right? You see what I'm saying?
Well, there's also like multiple endings and
No,
outcomes.
I know. It's just like, so for example, this whole scene, right? Like, you would hope that this whole scene, like possibly the same characters and whatnot or whatever, or the same android, but this whole scene, like, hopefully it doesn't exist because now you know what's going to happen and you know the outcome. Because if you watch the trailer, it will go through the multiple things, options and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of hope that like this is the way it's going to be, but at the same time, I hope like it won't be that trailer. Like I won't have to see that again, right?
No, I had the same thought when I watched it too, but like it seems to me that it's okay because like it's gonna be a while anyways. You'll probably forget what you saw.
That's what you think.
And also number two, like there's so many scenes that this is just one scene.
Yeah.
You know what happens in one scene of the game, like that's not. You know, the game isn't ruined. You know, like I'm okay with seeing.
No, I know. Like for example, like when I went to go play the Destiny 2 beta, I played the first mission, and then I which took me about 30 minutes, whatever. I don't really know, because there's a lot of like Destiny threw story down your face, down your throat, because like
down your face,
or at your face, down your throat, whatever. Combine the two. They threw it at you because like the first one was lacking. But I mean, when I went to go play the first mission again, there was no changes. Like it was literally just identical. And I just sat there and was like, okay, I want to hurry up. Like, let's go. I want to get to it, right?
Yeah.
That's what.
That's gonna happen when you consume content.
No, I know. It's just like
discussion altogether. Like when you watch any trailer or for any media, not even just games. Like you watch a movie trailer, you watch any other like TV show trailer, like you're gonna get spoiled. You can't go in blind if you watch a trailer.
It depends. Like for example, the Spider-Man trailer, when he's walking through the halls and you see like he's arguing with the. I think it's like the Asian principal, or I don't know, like a
Mr. Negative. He's the villain of the game.
Oh, is he? I don't. Like
well, there was
in the school. He looked like the authority figure.
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
that guy.
There was someone different.
Like that you could see, like, oh, that's gonna be in the game, but that's like 5 seconds at most, where it's like you know what's gonna happen, but then I find that they always kind of change it in a sense. That's the point I'm getting at. Like, I hope they just don't like rinse and repeat and like just here you go and just give it to you again, right? Like I hope that it's more in depth, more or less, right? So
either way, those two trailers were amazing.
They were really well done.
I'm so excited for both those games.
Yeah.
Like, no one understand how excited I am.
No, of course.
Especially Detroit more so than Spider-Man, but Spider-Man as well.
I mean, these games are going to be things that I'm Spider-Man for sure I want to play.
With PS4.
This is the thing. Like, it's going to be a little bit before I play these things, right? Considering like the conversation we were having before. But like even God of War, for example, this game looks amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so
the God of War trailer, it just said early 2018. It was just another gameplay trailer for that. Yeah, this and Spider-Man are my top 2 for next year that I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
Other than that, they had Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds, just another look at that, which comes out next week. Yeah, Tuesday, right?
Yeah, on the 7th.
Or yeah. Then they showed off Shadow of the Colossus. This was the weird one because Shadow of the Colossus, they didn't say anything, like any release date, but in the description of their YouTube video, it says February 6th. So there's like the early PlayStation game you got. It makes sense because it is a remaster, or a complete remake. So yeah, it shouldn't have taken as long as a God of War or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys probably never played Shadow of the Colossus, but this is a must play. Like one of the best PS2 games. And if they fix the controls, which I'm hearing people say that they kind of did, then yeah, you definitely have to play this. It's incredible.
I'm definitely interested in getting that, but I know that it's coming out PS4. And even early next year, there's not that much to play coming out. So
out of the 3 Team Eco games or whatever that developer is called now, they changed their name. Like Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and Last Guardian. Shadow of the Colossus is by far the best one, and it's one of the best games I've ever played.
they'll definitely add to my list.
And then they ended off the show with a new trailer for The Last of Us Part 2. They didn't even say it was The Last of Us before they revealed it. People were guessing, was this Days Gone? Is this Death Stranding again?
Oh, is this the one with the girl being hanged?
Yeah, a lot of people had a lot of issue with like how much violence was in this trailer.
It's The Last of Us. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to get into it, but I'm just saying like they say in the beginning it's rated E to M, so you should expect some violence to happen in one of these trailers.
Whatever.
And I thought the trailer looks really cool, and I love The Last of Us, one of my favorite games ever, but I don't want them to keep showing trailers. It's like this and Death Stranding. Stop showing these because these games are coming out until 2019 at the earliest.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, because they revealed the game at PSX last year, and I thought it was just, here's a thing for fans. Naughty Dog just wanted to show it out. They just came off of Uncharted 4. And if you look at the time, it's usually like a 3-year, like lately it's been like 3 years between Naughty Dog games. So Uncharted 4 was last year. So in 2019 at the earliest, this game will come out, if that. And you got to stop showing stuff. Like, you got to just continue working and stop trying to show gameplay, or not even gameplay demos, but just story trailers, because people are, when you keep showing these, you're setting a precedent that this game is like far along and that it's coming soon, which it clearly isn't.
Sony's been doing this a lot lately. They did it, like you said, with Death Stranding. They also kind of did it with Detroit too, because they showed like that full trailer. Remember on the roof, that scene on the roof?
Yeah.
They showed that like 2 years ago. And it's like, guys, the game's not even close to being ready. They shouldn't be showing all this.
They're getting greedy.
We pretty much have their whole, like, and I feel like with this, we pretty much have their whole entire first party lineup with maybe until the end of the PS4 life cycle. Yeah. So we'll see, because I don't know what else, unless the studios are already split into two and are like you have another team working on other games. We already know many of their major first party stuff, and apparently like Spider-Man, God of War, Detroit, and Shadow of the Colossus are all coming out next year. We'll see. That's a pretty big year Other than that, I just want to know, what do you think they'll do for PSX? Do you think they're just going to like tone it down this year and mainly focus on indies? Because they showed off so much this year. Unless they were going to show these again, all they could pretty much do is give us release dates.
I guess they could show like one more trailer with a release date on it.
Because the only big things they didn't show here were Days Gone and Media Molecule's game, which is Dreams, which that hasn't been shown in like 3 years. So.
I think we're going to get more Days Gone. PSX is probably their big games, like you said, they didn't show here. But I think we're also going to get more, like, I think a final, like, push for Detroit. Because if it comes out in spring, like, there's no other E3 until after that, or at least right at the same time.
Yeah, and if
PSX was the last time to, like, really sell that game.
Yeah, I feel like this, because they focused a lot on VR and first-party stuff here, so I feel like this year at PSX, they're going to focus more on the indie side, maybe a bit of, like, third-party exclusive, which is fine with me, but I feel like this conference wasn't really all that necessary. I like the trailers. I'm not complaining about them, but I just think, I don't know, when you have like three big trailers, I feel like E3 and PSX are like the two perfect times, because they're like both like 6 months apart from each other. So it's like perfect. One in the middle of the year, one at the end of the year, and like putting Paris Games Week in here, it doesn't really add much to it. Like plus a lot of the stuff that they announced was just in that pre-show. So.
I think they just want to take advantage of the fact that they were the only like the big publisher that was there.
Yeah.
So they kind of had all the news stories. Whereas like at an E3, they don't have that. But then again, they have that at PSX. So it's hard to really say what their motivation was for this. But.
So that was it for Paris Games Week. And then two small release dates. Rocket League is coming to Switch on November 14th.
Oh, it's very close.
Yeah.
Like
they did say it was supposed to be a holiday.
I was expecting late December, honestly.
Or even like mid-December, but I mean, it's very shocking that it's actually like now, basically.
It's digital only, right, at launch?
Digital only launch, just like everything else.
And another digital only launch that's coming soon is PUBG on Xbox One for December 12th.
I would not be surprised if in the new year we get physical discs for the for PUBG.
Yeah, even though it's in early access, because Ark Survival Evolved, I believe, launched in kind of like in early access, and same with Fortnite for physical. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Ark is now complete.
Is it?
Oh. Yes, it's now complete. On the Xbox, on the disc itself, it says Ark the complete edition. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's more or less done at that point. It's been in development for like 2 years now. Anyways, they've added a whole bunch to the game. If you go look at like old videos from then and look at it now, it's like, wow, this game's like totally new. But I just hate it. Like, ever since DayZ launched on Steam, developers have been getting super cocky with the whole, like, early access thing. It's both good and bad, because some developers don't finish their games. They just let it sit there. And it's like, if there's a bug, they complain. It's just like, oh, it's in early access. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, you have to be careful when you buy these games, because you're willingly buying a game that's not finished. So that's why it's not, like, most of the time they're usually like $30 or whatnot. So you can't really complain when something goes wrong in the game, because you're not buying a complete product. But exactly. PUBG is probably the biggest game this year.
PUBG is the biggest game this year, guaranteed.
And another big game this year was Super Mario Odyssey.
Marcus and I have been playing the absolute shit out of this game.
I just got this from Polygon. It's just a little thing about Mario Odyssey sales. I'll just read the first little paragraph. It says, Nintendo already announced that Super Mario Odyssey has sold 2 million copies thus far, but the company has now revealed that 1.1 million of those units have sold just in the United States. That makes Odyssey the fastest-selling Mario game ever in the U.S., as well as the fastest-selling Switch game since the system's launch.
Yeah, this game is hype.
So there you go. Zelda can suck it, Mike.
More or less. We're going to talk
Nah.
about this a little bit later when we do our next segment on what have we been playing. Is there more news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
BlizzCon,
yes.
But yeah, Mario Odyssey, I think, this will absolutely surpass Zelda. I think I kind of saw this coming because Mario has always sold better than Zelda. And yeah, Zelda was pretty much like a 1-to-1 attach rate for the Switch for since launch. It sold more than the system did.
Yeah, well, because it did come out on the Wii as well.
But yeah, Mario, I think, give it a year or two, Mario will surpass Zelda just because it's more accessible to people and people know Mario more than Zelda. So.
And overall, it's just the easier game for people to dive into. I mean, if you look at both games, they're both these big, massive worlds that you can just get lost into. I find it a lot easier to get lost and navigate through Mario than Zelda. Just the way they designed the game in a whole, and a lot of people would agree with that statement. That's why they would buy a Mario game over a Zelda game between these two. So Marcus is right; it will surpass the Zelda sales.
And for it to be the fastest selling Mario game in US is bonkers to me, with only 2.6 million in US and about 4 or 5 million Switches. Or is there more to set? I don't even know.
And how long's it been since November 27th?
It's been it's been a week.
It's literally been a week, yeah.
Yeah, since the game came out. The next big thing was BlizzCon that happened just this past weekend.
Yes, they released a new hero.
Yeah, we have the two things I wanted to go through were because there's a lot of Blizzard news that happened, but the main thing that at least Mike and I really care about is Overwatch. But one thing I wanted to mention was that they're making StarCraft 2 free to play.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
So there you go. Apparently it's only I think the first main game. I don't think it counts for all the expansions or whatever that they've added throughout the years. But there you go. If you're a big nerd like Matt, you can go play that on your PC. Other than that, was a new Overwatch hero, which I'm super hyped for. Mike's hyped for. Her name is Moira. It's a new support hero, a new healer. And I'll just read the description of her from the Overwatch website. It says, Moira's biotic abilities enable her to contribute healing or damage in any crisis, while Biotic Grasp gives Moira a short-range options. Her biotic orbs contribute longer range, hands-off damage and healing. She can also fade to escape groups or remain close to allies in need of support. Once she's charged Coalescence, Moira can save multiple allies from elimination at once or finish off weakened enemies. Her abilities are Biotic Grasp, Biotic Orb, a Fade, and Coalescence. And she's a 2-star difficulty hero, which surprised me. I thought it would have been a 3-star.
Sounds very complex.
And she's a villain, which is cool. I like that. Three DLC characters so far have been villains, which is cool.
Yeah, did you watch her origin story trailer?
Yeah.
Where it showed she basically was the one who created Reaper.
Yeah.
That's really cool backstory. I love that they're backtracking.
And also adding to all the inclusion, she's Irish, so another country represented. Which, yeah,
she reminds me of Sombra.
Yeah, she kind of does.
A similar ability with her, disappeared.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go over her abilities. The first one was her Biotic Grasp, which since she's a healer, her weapons are her hands pretty much, and she has stuff infused into her body, where it's kind of like Zenyatta's Discord and Harmony, where it's a mixture of Zenyatta and Mercy and Symmetra in a sense of you can only heal once or attack. You can only heal or you can only attack. You can't do both at once. So, in order to gain healing, it's not infinite like Mercy. You have to, suck enemies' health away from them, kind of with, a Symmetra beam. And, yeah, you do more healing the more that you have people's life. So, that looks really cool. And, it's like a Symmetra beam where it'll, curve around a bit. Her orbs are not like Zenyatta where you just, target an enemy or ally and just, press, L1 or R1 on PS4, whatever it is on PC, and then just heal or discord. It's like a ball that you aim, and you can choose you want it to be a healing orb or a damaging orb, and it'll just slowly go out like one of Symmetra's balls from her gun, and then it'll just slowly go out, and I think it bounces around a bit.
Yeah, if there's anybody in range, it'll attack on them, and it depends what kind of ball and what kind of person it is, it'll heal or damage.
Mm-hmm.
And what's also cool is that apparently that it slows down once it makes contact with somebody.
Yeah.
So that it can do more damage or more healing once if you aim correctly, you'll be able to do better than if you don't.
her another one of her abilities, Fade. It's kind of like Reaper's Wraith form, where he becomes invincible, and he can go around a bit. But hers is she goes really fast, like a Tracer Blink. But it's like 2 seconds, where she just completely sprints to try and get out of an area. Say if she's like in trouble. It looks really cool. You can see her here if you go to the Overwatch website or look at videos of her.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that survivability of that. Because like, if you get stuck in like a situation where you want to be, you can just press that ability and get out of there as fast as you can, which is really good for us.
Mm-hmm. And then her last big thing is her ultimate, the Coalescence. It's pretty much, I like to describe it, it's kind of like an Iron Man Repulsor Blast, or like Samus's Final Smash in Smash Bros, where it's just a giant like beam, but it puts out both like healing and damaging. So even if you activate it and there are no enemies, any teammates that go into the center of the beam will be healed really fast. But if there are enemies, they'll be damaged really badly. So she's really dynamic. It's really cool.
Yeah, I really like her, the fact that she can do both. Very easily she can switch between damaging and healing, like very quickly. Whereas with Mercy, you gotta change your weapon to go to your gun, or like Zenyatta,
Yeah, she's.
This one you can just quickly switch between either depending on the situation.
I feel like this is going to be very versatile, especially within the pro scene, or even just the regular play, right? I mean, if you queue a 6, it's a very versatile hero, so you guys can do super quick pushes because you'll have a lot of damage being outputted real quickly with the orbs and her ulti as well. And then you can literally just sit behind your team and you can both heal and damage the other players if the beam's long enough, right? That's what I'm thinking.
You can just throw in that orb, the damaging one, into the enemy lines, and then just stay back with your primary fire and heal your teammates. You can do both at the same time, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I honestly think that in the new meta, when she comes out, it'll be her and Mercy, because together those two can do a lot of healing very quickly, and plus you need that Mercy res too.
I feel like she's meant there to like counterbalance Mercy, because they're even nerfing her even more, and like they're trying to, because they completely nerfed that Resurrect, because they don't want that to be all that Mercy is there for, of just being like hiding and then coming out to do the Resurrect.
But someone said it made it worse, because now literally you can't play a game without Mercy being there in a competitive scene, because you need that res. If the other team has the res and you don't, you're gonna lose every fight, because every fight will be 6-on-5 or 7-on-5 after you res.
Exactly.
I'm really excited to try out, because the only really healers I use are Zenyatta and Lucio. So. And I like that she has a different approach to being. It looks like she can handle herself as an attack hero or DPS.
Yeah,
so.
Way more than Mercy can, while also retaining the ability to heal quickly like Mercy can.
Mm-hmm.
So as a Mercy main, I'm really excited to try her out too.
So other than Moira, Blizzard also showed off a new map called Blizzard World. This is coming out early next year. It'll be on PTR soon, I believe. It's pretty much a theme park based off of other Blizzard games. So you got StarCraft, Diablo, World of Warcraft, and Hearthstone. And yeah, I believe it's an assault / escort map. So kind of like Eichenwalde. Yeah.
You got a point first, and you have to.
Yeah. It looks really cool. I like how they switched it up, because normally you find crossover stuff like this in Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's MOBA, where like all of different Blizzard characters go in, and it's a MOBA like Dota or whatever. So
you just murder each other top down.
But yeah, we haven't really seen stuff like this of like Blizzard crossover stuff in Overwatch, other than like the Diablo sprays that they put out for the Diablo anniversary a couple months ago. And with that, they also showed off new skins that will come out when the map releases next year, all based off of different Blizzard games. We got one for Torbjorn. I don't know. I'm not sure where a lot of these come from. Torbjorn, Magni, Bronzebeard Torbjorn. I believe it's something from World of Warcraft. Nova Widowmaker, which is a character in StarCraft. Barbarian Zarya, something from World of Warcraft. Not entirely sure. Or Diablo. Yeah, it kind of looks like Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think the Black Hand Doomfist is from Diablo.
Yeah, Black Hand Doomfist. Butcher Roadhog from Diablo.
Yeah. And
also they showed off with that, we also got a new cinematic short for Reinhardt.
Oh,
yeah, which looked really cool. It gave Reinhardt's backstory, showed him when he was young and stuff. So we pretty much get a young Reinhardt skin, as well as a skin for Mei from her animated short earlier this year. A couple weeks ago? Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, I said
about a month ago.
That Reinhardt,
about a month.
Cinematic was the best movie I saw all year, because I love that cinematic. It was great.
Mm-hmm. He got his long blonde flowing locks.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't see it.
You know how in that cinematic, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, bro.
Well, too bad you suck.
Wait, skip to this number if you want to. Never mind.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I don't know. But there's that guy who dies in the cinematic, and his like body's an icon wall. Is that actually there in the game?
Yeah, that's in the game. It's kind of messed up.
That's so cool. I love that.
And the last piece of news is the PS Plus games for November. Nothing too big this month. We got Worms Battlegrounds and Bound for PS4. Worms Battlegrounds was a couple of years back. It was free on Xbox, so a lot of people have that for free now.
We play that a lot on Xbox.
And
That's
also,
a fun game.
it is. Worms games are awesome. Also, Until Dawn: Rush of Blood, they're putting out another free VR game. They did it with rigs, so even if you don't have a VR, and who knows if you'll get one in the future, just download these games. They're free, and then whenever you get it, you have a free VR game. So, and that the VR one, Until Dawn is available for 2 months, I believe. So until January 2nd, you can download that. And then the other games are R-Type Dimensions for PS3, Ragdoll Kung Fu Fists of Plastic for PS3, which Mike is going to play that and report back next week. Dungeon Punks for Vita, also on PS4, and Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, episodes 1 and 2 for Vita. There you go.
Nice.
That is all of the news.
Some other stuff that I've been looking at.
Go ahead.
Well.
Ooh, Matt's pulling out the big news.
Yeah, so this is what I was looking at during your Overwatch rant because I don't give a fuck. No, I'm kidding.
How dare you?
No, seriously though, I was looking at some stuff, and October 27th was one of the biggest release dates ever for games. 3 big titles came out. 4 are specifically that day. First one, Mario Odyssey. Second one, Wolfenstein 2. Third one would be Assassin's Creed Origins. These games, I was looking at some of the reviews. These games did very, very well for themselves. On IGN, it was given a 9.1 for Wolfenstein, 9 for Assassin's Creed, and I didn't see the Mario Odyssey, but it was probably a 10, I guarantee it. So I didn't bother looking because I kind of just assumed. November 3rd, Call of Duty came out. This got mixed reviews. So
I didn't even look at the reviews because I saw a lot of them were waiting until the multiplayer was live.
So so this got a 6 out of 10 on Steam. The PC,
I wouldn't buy that. That's freaking user reviews. So
no, I know. So I've been talking to a lot of people. Listen, I've been talking to a lot of people, and because again, I have exposure to a little bit of the community, very small portion of it, but keep in mind like different consumer reviews, anyways. A lot of people on the computer, especially, or on the PC, especially.
On the computer.
Yeah, shut up. Don't seem to enjoy it. I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's a whole Reddit thread about how bad it is. I'm not quoting anything. I mean, I'm not...
I feel like there's a Reddit thread for everything, though.
There is a Reddit thread for everything. Let's be real. On other things, Metacritic, I believe it got a 70. Got a 70. And then one more review, I don't remember. I think it was a 71 or 7.1. I don't remember. Just literally go. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you just Google Call of Duty World War II, a couple reviews will pop up. I kid you not.
Well,
yeah. I don't know. It's been getting mixed reviews so far.
It's got an 86 on Metacritic. So
what do you mean? I just looked. It was at a 70.
Well, they get updated constantly. So.
All right, true. Like I was just looking right now, but all right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It surprised me because usually these Call of Duty games get super good reviews, but I don't know. I played a little bit of it.
I really want to play that single player.
Yeah, single player looks really cool to me too. I was watching it the first half hour of it. It looks really interesting.
Meh.
I'll pick it up later.
When it's not.
When it's discounted just for single player,
I mean, why not, right?
I'm excited for it because the more that they went farther into the future, the more I'm like, I'll just stick with Titanfall. So
exactly. I don't know. It's very back and forth. That I just wanted to mention it because of this. Like looking at it, it's just like some people absolutely love it and some people absolutely hate it. Like I actually had a whole bunch of people bring it back because they hated it that much.
A lot of it though is like a stigma that like Call of Duty gets for just being the popular thing.
No, of course, I'm trying to remain as like unbiased and like not. I'm just not trying to sound like an asshat, basically, more or less. It's just basically what I've been seeing, right? That's what it is. I did play it myself a little bit as well. It felt super like Call of Duty's usually they feel very nice, very responsive, very quick. This one didn't. It felt very sluggish in a sense, if that makes sense. Like it didn't feel as responsive. It might have been just the setup I was playing on, but I don't know. The game itself just didn't seem as responsive as it previously did in the older games. I don't know. It's Call of Duty. Let's be real. It's what it is.
That's the answer to every question about Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty. That's what it is. I don't know. Pick it up. See what's going on. Email us at nothingbutgamespodcast@gmail.com if you did. I want to see and read all of your reviews. Because I find it very interesting. I want to see what you guys are thinking about it as well. So, yeah. Thanks, Mike, for comment.
No problem, sir.
So,
Anytime.
yeah. So,
That's pretty much it.
are we at that point?
No, are we?
At that point where we talk about all the things we've been playing?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Marcus, we're going to start with the big one.
Super Lucky's Tale?
Huh?
Super Lucky's Tale?
No, Bubsy.
Bubsy Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Your boy's back.
From the what?
If Mario and Sonic can still be here, so can Bubsy.
Yeah, honestly.
He's clawing his way through. It's like Crash came back, so can I.
Yeah, literally. Super Mario Odyssey, Marcus, like I said earlier, Marcus and I were playing the absolute shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us did complete like the first main portion of it. As soon as you do that, the game starts. Like this game opens up to the biggest friggin' oh, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to spoil it because Mike hasn't played it yet.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I still won't say more spoilers. So,
but this game is unreal. Like the only objective it gives you is find more power moons. It gives you like 80 to find first, and then you go to more kingdoms. And I'm like, but I just went through like 15 kingdoms. What do you mean? There's more? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I beat the game. I got 999 moons, so I've gotten every moon now, and I can say like, yeah, this is definitely one of might be my game of the year. I'm still kind of undecided on it. It's just that good. It's if you have a Switch and you don't have this game, you're messing up, Mike. Yeah.
You Mike, you're an idiot. Wait, did you get all the moons?
Yeah, I got all of them.
No way.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep. It's
Show me after.
Yeah. The 900, because there's 836 that you can get just finding, and then the other ones are ones that you can buy after the game is done, and you just get a little something special. It's not really worth it, but it's just a little cute nod at the end. I won't say anything, but yeah, all of the stuff that happens after you beat the main game, like that, like the final boss. I don't want to say anything. The like two things, like the end of New Donk City is spectacular. Yeah,
that was amazing.
And then the final boss and just the way that they go with it, it's so hard to talk about it without spoiling it. I can't even do a spoiler cast because Mike's here. But
honestly, though,
and also the crap. What was I going to mention? One of the final levels that you unlock after like the game's done. Did you go to that?
You got to be a little more.
Have you unlocked all the kingdoms?
No.
Okay, so then never mind.
No.
Yeah,
I'm still exploring the place you go to after you beat the game.
Okay.
Like I haven't left yet because I don't want to. Right.
Have you captured something on that kingdom? That's
not yet. No.
Okay, so there's still stuff that you need to find out.
I know. I'm still going at it.
This isn't a spoiler, but the final kingdom that you unlock has a really hard level, obviously. So yeah, I want to see if you can.
This is a really like, how many kingdoms are there?
I can't remember, and I also just shouldn't say for like spoilers' sake.
Very true.
But you're almost you almost have all of them.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh okay. I mean, I'm like it's a lot of fun. Like I want to go back and start finding everything because I'm only at like 200 and something moons, right? Like I'm super like I wanted to get it done. I want to go, and then I'm like I want to go back and get everything, right? Did you get all the coins in every level too?
All the purple coins, yeah, because you need that in order to get all of the moons.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Mark's been a busy boy.
It's such a good game.
See when his Switch updates and it says how many hours he's played.
But
like 150.
But keep in mind as well. Like I mean, it's not like it's hard or overwhelming though either. Like everything is like
a lot of the hard stuff unlocks after you're done. They kind of want to just get you through and like have fun while you're going through like the main story. And a lot of like the challenging levels, if you're like a hardcore Mario fan, will unlock afterwards.
And then especially like for example, whoever went to go find 800 and fucking whatever Korok seeds.
Hi.
You're a fucking idiot. Why? Why would you do that? It's not fun. It's not fun. I gotta go put some apples in this thing and pick up a rock.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun. Like, this is... Every single moon is... Well, besides the one you buy. They're creative.
Yeah.
They're well done. They're well placed. Like...
You can't buy any Korok seeds.
Nobody cares. It's a bad game anyway. I'm kidding. But... I don't know. It's just... It's a lot of fun, definitely.
Yeah. I can't really say much more without spoiling anything. So
that's why we're being very vague, right? I mean,
so that's pretty much all I played, and then obviously Overwatch. But yeah, Mike, or Matt, did you play anything else?
Again, just a little bit of Destiny 2. I've been going back and forth. It's very difficult. I more or less like beat the campaign. I maxed my character. I leveled my character up, and I'm like, fuck it, I want to play Mario. So I started playing Mario like crazy. And then, other than that, not really. Just been focusing on those two. Waiting for the Xbox One X that comes out on Tuesday this week. And I'm very excited for it because then I get to finish, what's it called? I get to finish Middle Earth, I got to start the second one. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to play, so I'm super excited.
You should play 2, Matt?
No, not happening. I knew you were going to say it.
Mike, you going to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors more?
Well, I finished the campaign.
I saw you put over 20 hours into that, you crazy boy.
Yeah, no,
right.
I'm just doing the history mode now. It's pretty fun, but I'm definitely approaching my limit. It's not hooking me as much as Fire Warriors did, because once you kind of beat the campaign and do a little more of the history mode, like some of the scenes in the history mode don't really appeal to me, because like they're scenes from games that I never played, the older Fire Emblems, and it's
like Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
No. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll stop playing soon. I'm definitely gonna play the Horizon DLC though. That comes out in 2 days. So maybe once I finish that, maybe I'll get Mario. We'll see.
Question for you, both of you actually.
Mm-hmm.
What games that came out this year you haven't played yet? Are you excited to play? So like, I really want to play Assassin's Creed, definitely.
For me, it's easy, bro. The 3 that came out on October 27th. Like those 3 games, I haven't played any of them, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, Wolfenstein, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. Also, a game called Sexy Brutale came out earlier this year. It's an indie game. I want to try that out. It's like a murder mystery kind of game.
That sounds cool. I like the murder mystery stuff.
What else comes out later? Maybe Battlefront 2, depending on how that campaign is. I'm gonna wait and see for that one for sure.
I'm definitely not gonna pay for $80 for it.
Yeah, and also maybe Pokemon. Like I've been so back and forth on that one.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like, Pokemon Sun and Moon came out last year. I was not having any of it. I don't know. It just was. It seemed very easy. They
get so easy on the 3. All of the 3DS Pokemon games are way too easy.
I'm just over it. I don't know. They need to change the formula up. Considering, I mean, we've been playing for,
and they did, but it just wasn't too much.
Yeah. Well, barely. Like, I mean, it was still the like. For example, in this one, it was still the like. You know, you got to go and complete your trials and then catch all the Pokemon. Like,
I say do a sequel to like Red and Blue.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I really want the Pokemon RPG. I know that's not coming out for a while, but like it's something new, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope that they don't come out with a Pokemon game next year. I hope that they leave it like.
I have an idea. Like I've had an idea for years about what my dream Pokemon game would be. I won't get into it here now, but like.
I mean, we can if you want.
Oh no, there's not enough time.
It's
just the like main thing it would pretty much be like you start off in like Kanto or wherever and just like start going through all of the regions yourself and like start doing like different things, taking on all the challenges.
Like basically Breath of the Wild but Pokemon.
Yeah.
Basically, like I know.
Thank you for calling things out.
Shut up.
And to answer your question, another game that I'm gonna play after I play the big 3 is probably LA Noire on Switch.
Yeah,
that technically didn't come out this year, but like for Switch, it did. So that's another game.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a very, very good game. I never played it. I want to, but I have too many other things to play.
It's a good game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's nothing breathtaking.
Yeah,
but
true.
It's a game worth playing.
I'm saying if you're gonna play a Rockstar game, you should play fucking GTA 5, Mike.
Well, if it comes out on Switch, I would play it.
That's probably the place you wouldn't want to play.
The funniest part is like I could see GTA 5 coming out on the Switch and it's still being like #1 in fucking NDP sales until like next.
Because even Mario Odyssey was like #1 on the Switch eShop list as soon like before it even launched.
Yeah, it was.
Nice. All those people who preloaded it really bumped up the sales.
Oh well. Hey Mike, why did you? I'm so confused. Why'd you buy fucking Hyrule Warriors? Whatever the shitty game before Mario Odyssey.
Because I was more excited for Fire Emblem Warriors.
What?
That's not true. It came out first, and like I didn't have anything to play for that week, and I'm just like, you know what?
Then why did you buy Mario Odyssey and just stop playing it?
Because I want to finish the game first. I don't like playing 2 games at once, except for Overwatch.
It is very difficult. Then you get confused and you don't know what the hell to play. Like, I mean,
if honestly, if Horizon wasn't coming out in 2 days, I'd probably start Mario like today.
That's
because Horizon's coming out, I want to play that first, and then I'll play.
That's my biggest challenge, especially like finishing things. For example, when I get into too many things at once, I get super like I don't know what to play, and then I get to Surge and don't want to finish anything because I have too many things to finish, and I don't know where to continue. Right?
I like sticking with one game, and then I either finish it or I stop playing completely. Like I remember we were talking about before, I stopped playing ReCore completely.
Yeah.
So I just decided it was done, but like some other games I have to finish before I start another game.
Exactly. Like I want to play the crap out of Mario Odyssey before the Xbox comes out. I want to play the crap out of those games, and then hopefully have enough time to play a whole bunch of Destiny 2 before the DLC comes out.
Yeah.
Like I have no time.
I finished on Mario because I know I'm going to be way too busy with school afterwards to really play much. So
yeah.
Welcome to adulthood. It sucks.
Adulthood.
That's what I said.
You said adulthood.
What's the difference?
The difference is I said it properly and you didn't.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, well, shut up.
We good?
You want to fight?
Yeah, we're good.
You want to fight, man?
No, shut up, Mike.
Well, last thing I want to say is Core is like the best out there.
Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Jeez, thank you.
Email us at nothingbutgamespodcast@gmail.com. Marcus slowly start fading out his microphone. And, yeah, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.